All right, lesson 7.10. Draw a line to match the shapes. Write the name of the shape. So yesterday we did a lesson and we learned about the cone and the cube and the cylinder, the rectangular prism, and the sphere. And you saw I had a ball, and that was the sphere. You saw the cone, of course, is going to look like an ice cream cone or a party hat. A rectangular prism, the word rectangle is included right in the name here, so you're going to know it's going to be the book here or the box here. Those are going to be rectangular prisms. A cube is going to be a dice like you play with a game, or an ice cube right there, or the Rubik's Cube like I showed you yesterday. And then the cylinder was the can of tomatoes that I had yesterday, or this paint can or this candle. So it tells me here to draw a line to match the shapes. So I'm going to first of all match the spheres. I'm going to match this cylinder to the other cylinder. I'm going to match the ice cube to the dice. I'm going to match the cones, and I'm going to match the rectangular prisms. And then the spheres are connected to this line, and I'm going to write sphere. Okay, so I can see how to spell it right there. These are my cylinders. Cylinder has that CY spelling pattern that we learned in reading, and sphere has the PH spelling pattern. Okay, those are cylinders. Here we've got cubes. Those are cubes, and I can look up here. Cube is spelled K-U-B, cube. Here we've got the cone, K-O-N. And then here we have the rectangular prism. So this, I'm going to write rectangular. Remember what I told you before? You can always make more line if you need more line. Not a big problem. Rectangular prism. Okay, so we're learning about our three-dimensional shapes. On the back, it says which shapes are not rectangular prisms. Draw an X on each one. This is not a rectangular prism. A cone is not a rectangular prism. A cone is not a rectangular prism. This is not a rectangular prism. And this is not either. This is a cube. And we're going to be looking here at rectangular prisms and cubes. Down here it says ring the shapes that are cubes. Cubes are going to have all equal sides with 6 faces. 1, 2, 3, 1 over there, 4, 1 on the bottom, 5, and then 1 on the back side, 6. Okay, now I'm going to ring the shapes that are cubes. And all of these are cubes. They're going to look like dice that you play a game with. So that's not a cube, that's not a cube, that's not a cube, and that's not a cube. Okay? Looking at this page here, it says ring the shapes that were used to make the new shape. So I'm going to look at what I see here, and I can see that there's a cone on the top, and I can see that there's a cylinder on the bottom. Here I can see they used a cylinder and a rectangular prism. I'm going to circle the ones that they used to make the new shape. Here they used a cone, and they used a rectangular prism. Here they used 1, 2, 3. They used 3 cubes, and they used 2 rectangular prisms. Here they used a big purple cube, and they used a blue cylinder, and they used a green rectangular prism to build these shapes. If we were in our class, it would be so much more fun to teach this unit because we would have our cylinders and our cones and our cubes out, and we'd be stacking them and using them to build things and talking about them. You have played with them before, so you probably remember them, but I want us to get used to using this vocabulary. Cube, rectangular prism, cone, cylinder, sphere, cone, sphere, cube, rectangular prism. All right, So this is lesson 7.11. We did 710 and 711. So I have all of those are on the Think Central now. I have Think Central on all the way to the end of Unit 7, which goes to 14. And then I have 3 quizzes on there, and I will put the test when we get to the end of this week. I'll add the test. I'm hoping to get the test done next week so that we finish Unit 7 right as next week finishes out. And then when we jump into summer school in June, we'll be able to finish out the year with our Unit 8, which is the last unit in our math book. And hopefully your mommy gets to pick up your math book today from our school. All right. Happy math. See you later.